Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Dawn here. Thank you for joining me for my daily breakdown of the preliminary hearing California versus Larry Migliette in 2023 in the heartbreaking case of Maya Migliette. Trial date is March 2026, so reviewing this hearing should help us all get very familiar with a bulk of the evidence, but not all of it. So with that, again, this is a local case for me. Maya is still missing. Her family is still looking for answers. I have new episodes dropping almost every day, so make sure you have your notification bell turned on so you don't miss out on anything. And then if you jump into this and you don't have any context and you don't know what I'm talking about, but you're curious, please visit for full context in order all the episodes, starting with a review of the case and the timeline on my playlist that I created for you. And that's bit.ly/mm playlist. I'm going to spell that out. And I do apologize. Sometimes I forget to remind you it's bit.ly first and then the custom playlist, but I'll spell the whole thing out just to clear everything up. And by the way, also, you can always find that in the chat, in the comments, and or in the description. So that's lowercase b-i-t, that's Bob I Tom dot ly. So bit.ly is lowercase bit.ly / capital M for Maya Migliette, hyphen, capital P for playlist, lowercase LAYLIST. I'll do it again real quick. And also here you can see it spelled out and a couple of other handy links in the banner if you're watching and not on the podcast. So again, that's lowercase bit.ly / capital M hyphen capital P lowercase LAYLIST. So let's get going.
Bakit po kayo nag-aalala?
Kasi nawawala na yung anak ko eh.
Because my child is missing.
Did you tell Larry that you were worried about where Maya could be?
Sinabi niyo po ba kay Larry na nag-aalala kayo? Sinabi niyo kay Larry na nag-aalala kayo kung nasaan ang kinaroroonan ni Maya?
Hindi ko sinabi sa kanya na nag-aalala ko sa kanya.
I did not tell him that I was worried.
Did Larry ever reassure you that everything was okay?
Kayo po ba binigyan kayo ng kasiguraduhan ni Larry na lahat ay maayos lang?
Opo.
Yes,
Pwede ko bang inanong ko dito sa sa likod, dinanong ako. Sabi niya sa akin, huwag kang mag-alala para walang nangyari.
Yes, ma'am. May I describe how he put his arm around me and then telling me that don't worry, Papa, there's nothing going on.
Sabi niya pa, hindi ko magagawa yun.
And he said, I will not do that.
Who said I will not do that?
Sino po nagsabi na hindi ko magagawa yun?
Sila, sabi niya sa akin, hindi ko magagawa siyang kasi mahal ko si Maya.
It was Larry. He said, I will never do that because I love Maya.
I will never do that. What did he mean by that?
Anong sinabi niya sabihin na hindi ko magagawa yun?
Yung nga hindi ko alam.
That I do not
Anong
know.
ibig niyang sabihin.
What he meant with that.
Wow. So he said, Maya's father just said he didn't tell Larry that he was worried, but obviously he was demonstrating with his actions and what he was doing. He was looking and asking questions to Larry. So obviously Larry knew he was worried. But then after all of this, Larry reassures him by putting his arm around him. And he says something really strange. I would not do that. And of course, Maya's father just testified he didn't know what he meant by that, but we know that shows some consciousness of guilt. So that's very telling, and that had to make his skin crawl. Oh, this poor man.
And this writing, putting the arm around him, I saw the interpreter do that.
I didn't see the witness actually do anything with his arm.
Your Honor, this is interpreter. Yes, he was saying, can I show how he puts his arm around him? The interpreter was also doing the same gesture that he puts his arm around him.
So
Well, why was the interpreter's right arm?
I think this is the interpreter counsel, he was showing with his left arm.
Mr. Cabalata, do you recall what arm Larry used to put?
Natatandaan niyo po ba kung anong braso ang ginamit ni Larry para sa balikan niya?
Sa kanan,
The right.
And where did you put his arm?
Saan niya po nilagay yung braso niya?
dito ko.
On my
Ganun niya ako.
on my here?
On what part of your body?
Anong parte po ng katawan?
Dito.
This part.
Point
Pointing
to
to
the right shoulder.
Tinuturo yung kanang balikat.
Yes, pointing to the right shoulder.
Thank you. Had you had a conversation prior to this day with Larry when he could not find your daughter Maya?
Mayroon po kayo naging pag-uusap ni Larry bago po itong araw na ito na nangyayari na hindi niya makita si Maya?
Wala.
No.
When you went into Maya's bedroom, was there anything unusual that you saw in the room?
Nung pumunta po kayo sa kwarto ni Maya, meron po bang hindi pangkaraniwan na nakita kayo sa kwarto niya?
Meron po.
Yes, there was.
What was unusual?
Ano po yung hindi pangkaraniwan?
Yung bed, yung bed niya, malinis na. Parang na ayos na.
Her bed was like it was made already. It was clean.
Yan.
What was unusual to you about that?
Ano po yung hindi pangkaraniwan para sa inyo tungkol doon?
Kasi kung si Maya, siyempre maaga-maga, sabi niya maaga, malis, hindi na linilinis yung yung bed niya.
Of course, Maya, when you said Maya left very early, she doesn't make her bed that early. Yes.
Who said that Maya left early?
Sino po nagsabing umalis siya ng maaga-maaga?
Si Larry, baga maalis yung mga aga, sabi niya.
Interpreter needs to clarify. Si Larry po sinabing umalis siya ng maaga?
Hindi sinabi, pero sinabi sa akin kung hindi niya sinabi sa akin na umalis siya ng maga. Pero pag si Maya umalis ng maga, hindi niya maayos yung bed niya ng maga.
He did not say that she left early, but if Maya leaves early, she doesn't make her bed that early.
How long were you at Maya's house
Gaano po kayo katagal na natili doon sa bahay ni Maya
on January 9th?
nung ika-9 ng Enero?
Matagal na napunta o ano?
You mean because it's been a while? You mean when I went?
When you went on January the 9th and discovered that Maya was missing, how long did you stay at the house?
Nung pumunta po kayo nitong ika-9 ng Enero at nalaman nyo na nawawala si Maya, gaano po kayo katagal na nandun sa bahay?
Wala, hindi na ako nagtagal doon.
No, I did not stay there for long.
Would you say you were there for 15 minutes or an hour or 2 hours?
Masasabi niyo ba na nandun kayo ng 15 minutos, isang oras,
Medyo
dalawang
matagal-tagal din.
oras?
Matagal-tagal din kasi hanggang maghapon eh.
Oh, it was a little longer than that. It was for the entire day.
Can you estimate about how long you were there in hours?
Matatandaan niyo po ba kung gaano kayo, pag sa oras ko, kung gaano kayo katagal, ilang oras kayo nandun?
Siguro, 6 o 7 o gano'n.
Maybe around 6 or 7.
Why did you stay at the house?
Bakit po kayo nanatili dun sa bahay?
Kasi yung mga anak ko andun eh. Hinihintay ko sila.
Because my children were there, I was waiting for them.
Were you waiting for Maya?
Naantay niyo ba si Maya?
Oo, nantay ko siya kasi sabi nila babalikin.
Yes, I waited for her because they said that she'll be back.
Who said she'll be back?
Sino po nagsabing babalik siya?
Yun, si Maya, si Larry dyan.
That Larry.
So while you were at the house waiting for Maya, did some of your other sons and daughters come to the house as well?
Habang nandun po kayo sa bahay, nag-aantay kay Maya, dumating po rin po ba ibang anak ninyo, babae, lalaki?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
And did Maya ever come home that day?
Umuwi po ba si Maya ng araw na yun?
Hindi na po kailanman.
Ano po?
Hindi na po kailanman.
Not anymore, not ever.
What was Larry's demeanor, his behavior like throughout the day?
Ano po ang itsura o pagkilos ni Larry nung buong araw na yun?
Wala, parang walang nangyari.
Nothing. Seems like nothing happened.
Did he seem angry or worried?
Mukha po ba siyang galit o nag-aalala?
Hindi.
No.
Hindi man.
No, ma'am.
Would you say he seemed calm or anxious, or how would you describe the way he was acting?
Paano niyo po may sasalarawan kung paano yung pagkilos niya? Mukha ba siyang kalmado o nagbalisang-balisa?
Kalmado siya, nandun siya pumunta, nakikipaglaro sa mga anak niya at saka yung tita niya.
He seemed calm, playing with the children and with her
Auntie.
Was that different from the way you were feeling that afternoon?
Iba po ba ito sa kung ano yung nararamdaman ninyo nung araw ng maghapon na yun?
Iba na nga.
It was different.
As the day went on, how were you feeling?
Habang lumilipas po yung mga araw, kung paano naman ano po yung nararamdaman ninyo?
Nalulungkot.
I was sad.
Why?
Bakit po?
Hindi na wala na yung anak ko kasi. Mahal na mahal ko yung.
Because my child was missing. I love her so much.
Had Larry in the past year during 2020 at some point, did he have a conversation with you about one of his coworkers?
No, counsel, let's take a break now.
Thank you. I was about to.
Okay, then we're going to take a 15-minute recess.
Okay, quick pause here for a recess. Back from the recess. Same day, obviously.
We are back on the record. Counsel and the defendant are present. The witness is still on the stand. You may continue your defense.
Thank you. Mr. Cabalanza, during the time that you described when you went to Maya's bedroom door, opened the door and discovered she was not inside, where was your wife?
Binong Cabalanza, yung pagkakataon na pumunta kayo sa kwarto ni Maya, binuksan ninyo yung pintuan at nalaman na wala siya doon. Nasaan po yung asawa ninyo?
Nasa labas ng bahay.
She
Sa
was,
harap ng bahay.
she was outside the house, in front of the house.
So she did not come inside with you.
Hindi po siya pumasok sa loob. Saan kayo?
Hindi.
No, ma'am.
Eventually, did she come inside the house?
Pero kalaunan po, pumasok din po rin ba siya?
Hindi ko nakita kung pumasok o hindi.
I did not see whether she came in or not.
She didn't remain outside the whole entire day, did she?
Pero hindi po siya nanatili sa loob ng bahay sa buong maghapon, hindi ba?
Hindi.
No, ma'am.
Was there anyone else inside the house when you discovered Maya was missing?
Nung
Other
wala,
than you and Larry?
bukod po sa inyo at si Larry, nung malaman ninyong nawawala si Maya, meron pa bang ibang tao sa loob ng bahay?
Meron po.
Yes, there was.
Who else was there?
Sino pa po nandun?
Yung auntie niya, saka ang uncle niya.
His auntie and his uncle.
They were there at the house at the same time?
Nandun po siya sa bahay na yon nung magkasabay?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
Were they there when you discovered Maya was missing?
Nandun ba sila nung malaman ninyo na nawawala si Maya?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know their names?
Alam niyo po ba mga pangalan nila?
Yung alam ko lang yung parang yung pagtatawag nila ano ba yung pangalan yung babae, yung auntie niya.
I just know when they call,
Pero
what
yung-
was the name again of his auntie?
Pero yung uncle niya, pangalan niya Ricky.
But his uncle, his name is Rick.
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 When we left before the break, I was asking if sometime in 2020, did Larry talk to you about one of his coworkers?
Kanina po, bago tayo nag-break, may tinanong po ako. Isa sa mga tinanong ba kayo ni Larry nung mga taon na 2020 tungkol sa mga kaibigan?
Hindi niya sinabi sa atin mga kaibigan niya.
He did not say anything about his friend.
No. Did Larry have a conversation with you about one of May's friends or coworkers?
Meron ba si Larry yung nabanggit sa iyo? May nagiging pag-uusap ba kayo at saka si Larry tungkol sa mga
Just a quick reminder that Larry's aunt and uncle will figure into the investigation. They actually, their home was searched. They actually sued the Chula Vista Police Department for searching their home. And there's a lot of speculation out there. Hopefully we'll learn more in the trial about their possible involvement, if not just aiding and abetting, but no charges have been filed to my knowledge against the aunt and uncle, but there's a lot of rumors out there. So that will come up probably during the trial and certainly in the conversations in the chat and comments. So
kaibigan niya o katrabaho niya?
Sinabi na lang sa akin na may mga kaibigan si Maya, may katrabaho, may mga kaibigan niya na kasama niya na mamamasyal, ano.
Larry only told me that she has friends and coworkers that she goes out sometimes.
Have you ever seen Larry with a gun?
Nakita niyo na po ba si Larry na may baril siya?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
When was that?
Kailan po yan?
Nung meron kaming, isang araw meron kaming family together sa Moreno Valley. At na lahat kami andoon, mas maligaya sila.
There was a day when we were all together at the Moreno Valley. We were all together. They were happy.
At ako naman nakatayo doon sa may harap ng bahay, tinitignan ko yung mga bata na naglalaro, yung mga apo ko.
I was standing outside at the front of the house. I was looking after my grandchildren playing.
Nang pumunta sa akin si Larry at sinabi sa akin na papatayin ko siya.
Objection, hearsay.
Tapos sabay taas yung t-shirt at sinabi may baril ako dito.
Okay, before we answer, I don't know if you heard him say something valid that is double hearsay,
Oh, okay.
but counsel,
Well, if it's a statement of the defendant, then it's admissible as the defendant's statement.
is this double hearsay, counsel, or just a hearsay statement that you're objecting to?
Objectionable hearsay.
I guess I need to hear a response. Then I'll go.
And then when Larry came to me, he said, I will, the interpreter needs to verify, Honor. Papatayin ko siya.
Dalawang beses yung sinabing papatayin ko siya.
Sino po yung tinutukoy niya?
just so if you did not hear that because it was a little quiet, the Larry's defense attorney, Bonita Martinez, objected that his statement would have been hearsay. Somehow or another, she called it multiple hearsay. The judge asked, "Do you mean double hearsay?" In any case, he said he needed to hear the answer before he made a ruling. So before she can continue with this questioning, he'll rule on this statement.
Hindi niya sinabi sa akin.
When Larry came to me, he said, "I will, Your Honor, the interpreter said, because in our language, it's a gender neutral. So he said, I will kill her or him. I will kill her or him." He said it twice, and then after that, after saying that, he raised his shirt and then he showed me his gun.
So this doesn't appear to be any type of a double hearsay statement. So I'm going to overrule your objection.
So the judge, if you couldn't hear, he said it was not a double hearsay. So he was going to overrule Bonita Martinez's objection of multiple hearsay.
I'm just confirming the beverage release here at the Central Courthouse.
Mr. Tabalanza, you mentioned this happened at a family get-together in Moreno Valley. Is that correct?
Ginoong Tabalanza, sinabi niyo po na nangyari ito sa isang pulong-pulong pagkikita-kita ng pamilya sa Moreno Valley po?
Opo.
Tama po ba? Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember when in 2020 this occurred?
Alam niyo po ba kung kailan ng taong 2020 ito?
I just want to back up there because she could have said it was hearsay, not double hearsay. And I wonder, because of the inflammatory nature of what Maya's father just testified to, that Larry lifted up his shirt, showed his gun and said, "I would kill them." Was that just a distraction technique? That was very odd. That whole little exchange was very odd. I might do a small short just about that because it's strange.
Hindi ko na matandaan.
I don't remember anymore.
Do you recall about how many months it was before Maya disappeared?
Natatandaan niyo po ba kung ilang buwan ito nangyari bago nawala si Maya?
Siguro 2 buwan, 3. No?
Probably about 2 or 3 months.
And do you recall what the conversation was with Larry that led to him showing you his waistband?
Natatandaan niyo po ba kung ano yung nakipag-usap niyo kay Larry, yung anong pinag-uusapan ninyo na nauwi ito sa pinakita niya yung kanyang sa may bangko niya sa bewang niya?
Wala nang iyon lang nung pinakita niya yung baril niya sa baywang, umalis na lang ako para hindi ko nang
Nothing. There was really no conversation. When he showed me the gun in his waist, I just left.
And you had gestured to your waistband, is that correct?
At sinabi, tinuturo ninyo sa may bandang bewang ninyo, tama ba?
Opo, dito.
Yes, ma'am, here.
All right, it's kind of highly disjointed. We start over a little bit. I want to know how this incident began. Exactly what he did.
You had mentioned you were in the front yard at the house in Moreno Valley, is that correct?
Sinabi niyo po na nasa harapan kayo ng bahay sa may hardin po sa Moreno Valley po, tama po?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
What were the children doing?
Ano pong ginagawa ng mga bata?
Naglalaro sila diyan sa harap.
They were playing in front.
Was anyone else having this conversation with Larry, or was it just you and Larry?
Meron po bang nakikikausap si ganitong yung pinag-uusapan na to, nakasama si Larry, nag-uusap sila? O kayo lang po, kayo at saka si Larry lang?
Kaming dalawa lang pinagsabihan niya ng ganun sa akin.
He just told the two of us about that.
Was it just you and Larry having this conversation?
Ang nag-uusap po ba kayo lang at saka si Larry?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
So no one else was standing with you and Larry?
So wala pong ibang nakatayo doon kasama ninyo at saka ni Larry?
Mayroon sila doon pero medyo malayo ng konti.
There were others there, but they were a little distance from us.
So they were not part of this conversation?
So hindi po sila bahagi ng pag-uusap na ito?
Hindi.
No, ma'am.
And what exactly did Larry say to you?
Ano po yung eksaktong sinabi ni Larry sa inyo?
Sabi niya sa akin ginano niya din. Papa, papatayin ko siya.
Papa, I will kill her or him. I will kill her or him.
Sabay taas yung t-shirt at ginano yung dito yung baywang niya.
At the same time, he lifted the shirt and then tapping what was on his waistband.
And what was on his waistband?
Ano po yung nasa bandang bewang niya?
Yung baril niya.
His gun.
Did he say who he?
Okay. And again, this is evidence in the preliminary hearing. This is Maya's father saying that when Maya and Larry were visiting them up in Moreno Valley, at Mary Chris's home that they share with Maya's father and mother, Larry, while out in the front yard where there were other people around, but not directly listening to the conversation, said directly to Maya's father, I will kill him or her, meaning whoever that Maya was having an alleged affair with. To her own father, her, I will kill her or him. And he exposed the gun that he had in his waistband. Okay. Wow.
Wanted to kill.
Sinabi ba niya kung sino ang gusto niyang patayin?
Hindi.
No, ma'am.
Did he say what was the context of that conversation?
Ano po yung nilalaman ng pag-uusap na yun?
Hindi ko nga alam, maintindihan kung bakit nasabi niya sa akin.
That was nothing. I don't even understand why he said that to me.
Had he said anything to you about suspicions he had about May and her coworker?
May sinabi ba siyang may suspetsa siya tungkol kay Maya at saka sa katrabaho niya?
Wala.
No.
Did he ever tell you that he suspected your daughter of having an affair with a coworker?
Sinabi ba niya sa inyo na may suspetsa siya na si Maya ay merong karelasyon dun sa katrabaho niya?
Hindi niya sinabi sa akin.
He did not say that to me.
Did you ask him what he meant when he said those words to you and pointed out his gun?
Tinanong niyo po ba siya kung anong ibig niya sabihin sa mga sinabi niya sa inyo tapos itinuro niya yung baril niya?
Hindi niya sinabi.
No, he did not say.
I'm sorry, what was the last question you asked? Read back the last question.
Question, did you ask him what he meant when he said those words to you and pointed out his gun? Answer, no, he did not say.
Do you recall speaking with myself and my investigator, Mr. Rhodes, in January of 2022? So about a year ago?
Natatandaan niyo po ba na kinausap niyo ako at saka yung investigador ko, si Investigator Rhodes po, noong Enero, noong taong 2022? Mga isang taon na po nakakalipas.
Hindi ko na matandaan kung minsan nag-uusap kami noon.
I don't remember anymore. Oh yeah, I remember I spoke.
Do you recall that my investigator and I came to your daughter Jane's house?
Natatandaan niyo ba na
Meeting
ako?
with you?
Natatandaan niyo ba na ako at saka yung investigador ko nagpunta kami sa bahay ng anak ko si Jane para makausap kayo?
Opo.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you tell my investigator and I at that time that Larry patted the gun with his hand and stated he was going to kill May's friend or coworker?
Natatandaan niyo ba na sinabi niyo nung oras na yon na sinabi ni Larry na papatayin niya si May at saka yung katrabaho niya?
Hindi ko na alam kung nasabi ko na yun.
I don't know if I said that or not.
Do you recall whether or not Larry was more specific when he patted his gun and said he was going to kill this person?
Natatandaan niyo ba na si Larry naging mas tinukoy pa niya habang tinatapak niya yung baril niya, tinabi niya papatayin niya itong tao na to? Natatandaan niyo ba?
Hindi niya sinabi sa akin kung sinong papatayin.
He did not told me that whom he will kill.
Did he say it was a man or a woman?
Sinabi ba niya na babae ba ito o lalaki?
Hindi.
No, ma'am.
What did you say?
Ano pong sinabi niyo?
Sinabi ko wala. Natatawa lang ako kasi akala ko nagbibiro lang siya kaya umalis na ako.
I did not say anything. I thought he was just joking, so I just laughed it off and then I left.
Wow.
Conversation before he made these statements?
Meron bang pag-uusap bago niya sinabi itong bagay na to?
Tama.
No, ma'am.
Was there any conversation after?
May pag-uusap ba pagkatapos?
Hindi ko alam kung may pag-uusap na siya. Sa mga mga biras niya, yung mga tao dun sa mga anak ko.
I don't know if there was a conversation between the in-laws and my children there.
I should be more specific. Was there a conversation between you and Larry after he patted the gun on his face?
Siguro po mas hindi na po. Meron po pang pag-uusap. Pagkatapos yung tinapik yung baril niya dun sa bewon niya, meron po pa kayong nag-usap pa ba kayo ni Larry at kayo?
Hindi na. Nung patapos ng ginagawa niya, hindi na.
Not anymore. After he was snapping his waistband, he actually no more.
Did you ever have another conversation with Larry about what happened on that day?
Nagkaroon po ba kayo ng pag-uusap ni Larry kung ano nangyari pagkatapos ng araw na yun?
Hindi.
No, ma'am.
Wow. I mean, it's just interesting to see the family dynamics of different families. I could see my family reacting in this way, like, okay, whatever, not being super direct or confrontational. I could see another family maybe saying, what did you just say? And grabbing him by the throat and saying, you just threatened my daughter. It's just really kind of interesting to see how differently people handle information like this when they're taking it in. And certainly it wasn't normal, and it was rather outlandish and super violent. So I think a lot of times people might just get stunned in a case like this, but I think there were so many signs. I'm sure Maya's family, looking back, just like anybody, you know, we're all in situations like this all the time, looking back like, oh, I would have handled that different if I knew. But it's very interesting that thankfully people had recollections that some of these things did happen eventually. Certainly not casting blame on anybody in this way. I'm just interested in seeing the family dynamic and how this unfolded. And I really do like to watch trials for a lot of reasons, but for the educational element primarily. That's my motivation. I'm not sure how you feel. I'd love to know what you think, but not just learning about the law and what goes on in court and all of that, which is very educational and interesting to me, but also these family and personal dynamics that happen between people. Just tragic, but also fascinating, and hopefully everybody learns from them, you know, from everything that goes on. Even if we're just watching, we can learn from these kinds of things. With that, we're going to call it a day. I'm going to get these processed for you. Thank you so much again for joining me for my daily breakdown of the very heartbreaking case of Maya Millete in the preliminary hearing in 2023 of California versus Larry Millete, where we're learning about some of the facts and evidence that will likely present themselves in the trial in March, coming up March 2026. So in a few months from now. So again, I do appreciate you joining me. I do ask for you to share these videos or the playlist with anyone who might be interested in learning about this case, especially, but not necessarily, but especially if they're in Southern California, because Maya is still missing. And the more eyes on her case, the better in helping the family find some answers. The playlist will help you find context if you missed any of the episodes. We're well into day 4.5 in a 10-day hearing, so we're along our way pretty well here. We're getting there, and so I might do 5 days a week, not 7 days a week going forward, but we'll see how that goes. In any case, again, I just really appreciate your taking interest in this case, caring about Maya and her family. And with that, I will say so long for now.